All right, we are ready. Welcome everyone to this week's ACE Weekly. My name is Avalala and I teach persons how to set up their online business and skills that they can use to create their own earning opportunities. I guess I forgot that a while ago, right? Now, in today's session, we're actually going to be looking on 12 essential skills that are needed to be a pro transcriber. So transcriptionists or transcribers, this session is for you. And if you are not doing the transcription service, you can listen to what's being said today and decide if this is a service that you may want to offer to persons. All right, so remember that this is now live on YouTube. If you're watching me live on YouTube, remember to like this video and also to share it with anybody that you think will benefit from it. And you can make some comments down below based on any questions that you have during the session itself. All right, so let me get to sharing my screen. So I'm going to share my screen now. All righty. Let me get stuff ready and raring to go. I had shifted up some stuff so things aren't as they should be. So I'm just heading on over there so I can get things ready for you. All right, so let me head on over there and share my screen. So we're going to be looking on, as I said before, 12 essential skills needed from a pro transcriber. Now, one of these skills is active listening. What is that all about? Now, before we even go into that, what is transcription for those who do not know? Now, this is a service that you can offer to persons online or offline, where you're basically documenting what's being said in an audio or a video file. So this session that we're having now could be transcribed and you can read it and follow along. Now, people sometimes tend to prefer to read things than actually listen to it. They can turn a presentation into an article and such. So transcription is something that's not going anywhere. It's going to be here to stay forever and ever. As you see, we still have newspapers. Even though we have digital newspapers, we still have written form. So transcription is a service that is in demand, popular, and is not going anywhere anytime soon. So we're looking on what kind of skills would you need to be a very good transcriber. Sometimes they say transcriptionist, sometimes they say transcriber, whichever one that you say, let's go with that, all right? So active listening. Now, this is the ability to focus on a speaker and hear everything they say. Because when you're doing your transcription, you're listening to maybe multiple speakers on one particular file. So sometimes you have to zero in, close your eyes and zero in onto the particular person that you're trying to hear what they are saying. Now, if you are a good active listener, you can comprehend the messages others try to convey and develop a thoughtful response. This skill helps improve your communication and relationship with others. Now, how does this come into play with active listening with transcribing? Now, it's an important skill for transcriptionists or professionals who transcribe audio and video for their job, because you need to listen carefully in order to be able to transcribe the conversation actively. So you have to be listening to what's said. And let's face it, sometimes when we listen to persons who are talking, you're basically just trying to get the gist of what's being said. You're not listening to every detail that's coming out of the person's mouth, right? Who's guilty of that? You're not taking in everything that they have to say. You're just listening to the gist of it, and then you comprehend and say, okay, that's what they're saying. But when you're transcribing, you can't do that. You have to listen to every single thing that is being said. So active listening is definitely a skill that you want to hone. Now, research. People say research. What does research have to do with transcription? Everything. Research is hand in hand with doing transcription. You have to research certain things when you're doing a transcription file. So research skills are the ability to find information, validate sources, and identify solutions to problems. You may transcribe on a variety of topics. And being able to research these topics can help you become familiar with the vocabulary related to the topic. Now, sometimes when you're transcribing, there are words that you're unable to spell, and research is what helps you with that. You may also perform research to learn how to spell the words that you want to transcribe. You can develop research skills by looking up information and finding reputable sources. It's also helpful to develop habits to organize your research. So you want to put things together in folders and such so that you can look on it for future reference. Now, what I want to do for this particular research, let me know who's on their computer now. Give me a 1. Who is on their computer now and ready and rearing to show me your research skills? I want to see who is able to do research. If you have this skill already, do you have this research skill already when it comes to transcription? Give me a 1 in the chat. Are you ready to test your skills at research? So I see 1 person so far, nobody else on their computer wanting to test their research skills where transcription is concerned. Who is going to challenge Mary? We have Mary says that, yes, she is ready and rearing on her computer to go now. Anyone else? So wait, just Mary ready to go? So I have an audio file here that I'm going to share with you for you to download. So let me just get that ready. So Veronica says, yes, she is up for it too. I'm going to share this audio file with you. All right, so let me just get the link ready to share in the chat area. So it's an audio file that is on WeTransfer. And you're going to download the audio file. All right, so let me just get it and running again. I'm going to open the audio file for those who do not want to participate. I'm going to show you what I mean by research skills. So let me get that audio up for you as well. And you can practice it at another time, not necessarily during the session. All right, so I'm going to open the audio file. Okay, so let me just get that paused. And when we talk about research, good old google.com is where we're going to be doing our research. All right, so who's going to be participating in this with me? So I have Veronica and Mary. All right, so they say that they want to actually go through this. So let's look and see what we saw what they talked about with research. So what I want to do, I'm going to play this audio file for you, and you're going to tell me what they're saying. What are they saying? All right, so let me just get that audio up so that we can hear. Let me turn up the volume. Let's see if you're hearing what's being said.
Hi, I am Dayanara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem, Maryland.
All right, that's really, really low. So let me turn up my volume. All right, ready again.
Hi, I am Dayanara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem, Maryland School District. Today I'm talking about my experience as a student of color in BASD. I lived in Pembroke when I was younger, and then I moved to the township. I went to Marvine Elementary School till the end of 1st grade, then I went to Governor Wolf for the rest of my elementary school career.
All right, so who heard that? Were you able to hear it? Give me a 2 in the chat. Could you hear it? Were you hearing what was being said? Did you pick up any words? Who heard it and what did you hear? You want me to play it again? All right, let me play it again. Let's play that again. Let me turn it up all the way to the max. Make sure that all my volume controls are up. All right, so Nikisha said she heard elementary. Let's play again. Turn up all my volume because it's really, really low. So I'm making sure everything is at the max. All right, so let's play again. Let's listen to see, what are you hearing?
Hi, I am Dayanara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem, Maryland School District. Today I'm talking about my experience as a student of color in BASD. I lived in Pembroke when I was younger, and then I moved to the township. I went to Marvine Elementary School till the end of 1st grade, then I went to Governor Wolf for the rest of my elementary school career.
All right, so Veronica is not hearing. Who else is not hearing? Now, it's good if you are using a headsets to actually listen to what's being said. All right, so what was being said now? You heard hi, right? Everybody heard hi. That was being said there. So you know that, so Carrie's here in Bethel Elementary School. So she said question sign. Now, Carrie, I actually listed, this is the file that you can download for yourself. It's here as a WeTransfer link, and you can download it and listen to it. All right, so Melissa says she's hearing move to the township. All right, and you're hearing from university gave his name. So we're saying it's a girl, right? Is it a girl or is it a boy? Which one is it? A boy or a girl? All right, so what we can do for this practice is that we have a transcription tool, very common transcription tool that you can use to type your transcript from scratch, and it's called otranscribe.com. And what otranscribe.com allows you to do is to be able to listen and type at the same time. All right, so I'm going to go to start transcribing, delete all that's right here. We don't need it. And I'm going to load my audio file. So this is the name of the file, and it's now in this particular program. So what I can do now is I can play, pause, go back, it all in the one program. All right, I can do that all in the one program. So I'm here in dinner, dinner, all these sorts of things. Now, let me tell you the first thing you need to do when you're transcribing a file, when you're doing your research, you're not hearing what's going on, right? First thing you're going to do, look at the name of the file. So the file is called Afro-Latina Puerto Rican. Afro-Latina Puerto Rican. So first of all, is the person male or female, guys? Male or female? All right, exactly. Mary saying female. How do we know she's female? It says Latina, Latina. All right, so we know that it's a female. So that was the first clue right there. Who thought to look at the title of the audio file? Look at the title of the audio file. So remember, I put the link in the chat so that you can actually download the file for yourself. I just realized I was not sharing my screen. So here I am in otranscribe.com. And what I did, let me just show you what I did for those who did not see. I went to otranscribe.com and I went to start transcribing. Let me do it in an incognito so we can see from scratch. So otranscribe.com, and it comes here and I go to start transcribing. I'm going to erase all that's right here. And then I go to choose audio or video file. This is the name of the file, Afro-Latina Puerto Rican. And here I am ready to transcribe my file. So I can listen, play, stop, pause, everything in all in the one program. All right, so we're going to start.
Hi, I am Dianara, a student.
All right, so she said, hi, now, it so happens that that particular name, to me, I've heard this particular name being said already. And since it's an Afro-Latina Puerto Rican, this is usually the type of name that I've seen. Now, it sounds like she may have said Diana, Dinah, but actually, to me, it sounds like she's saying this particular name here. Let me just type it out. Let me show you the names. I'm spelling it correctly. It's going to be Dianara. Ever heard of that name before? Dianara? Let me write it so you see what I'm talking about. All right. So listen to it. Does it sound like that name to you? If you listen to it again, so we go back by clicking this back key right here.
Hi, I am Dianara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethel.
All right, so we here. I'm Dianara, a student at, what did she say? Which high school? Let me turn it up. As I said, it's a bit low. If you have headset, you can hear it a little better. So she said, hi.
I'm a student at Freedom High School in Bethel Mary School. Hi, I am Dianara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethel Mary School.
So you heard something about Freedom High School, right? So, hi, I'm Dianara, a student at, did you hear Freedom High School too? No, there's a part there that we're not hearing, right? So Freedom High School, I'm going to go back again.
Hi, I'm Dianara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem Area School District. Today,
So that little part, we're not hearing a thing she's saying. In what she said, what did she say? So Veronica saying she's hearing Bethel. All right. What do you think I can do with what I have? What can I do with what I have now? I have something here. I have Freedom High School. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this. All right. So Greta says she's here in Bethel, Mary, and District. All right. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go to do some research. So I'm going to go to Google, trustedgoogle.com, and do some research. All right. So head on here over to Google and I'm going to do some research. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste this. Going to paste it. Freedom High School. Where is this Freedom High School? What's going on? So here we see Freedom High School, Orange County Public Schools. We see some other information. Let's click here. All right, so Greta says she heard something about Bethel. All right, so if you heard something about Bethel, type in, let me clear my search. You guys saw that I do my research already, right? So type in the Freedom High School. And you said you heard Bethel. All right, is there anything coming up for that? Freedom High School, Bethel. All right, so we see Bethel Island, but that didn't sound like what was being said. What else do we have? Bethel Baptist High School. So that's not what we're hearing. So let's listen again. Let me see if anybody is saying anything else. So you said Bethel Area District. So let's listen again. So that's how transcription is now. For those who have never done it, you have to listen each time to see what's being said.
hi, I'm Dianara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem Area School District. Today I'm
So we hear something about school district, don't it? So let's go back to high school and district. So we know we heard Bethel, high school, and district. So are we seeing anything in particular? What do you notice? What you see right here? Freedom High School and what's this? So you realize, Greta, you kind of heard something that sounded like this, right? So you're saying, okay, let me listen again and see if it really sounds like they're saying this. Bethlehem Area School District. So what do you notice me doing? What am I doing? I'm just demonstrating how you would do research for parts of a transcript that you're not hearing properly. We heard Freedom High School, so we started with that. We heard something about some B word, we don't know, but we heard district. I don't know who else heard district. So I did some keyword search with what I'm hearing just to see what comes up in the search. And based on what you're finding in the search, then you're going to listen to the audio to see, is it sounding like what I'm hearing in the search? So let me go back here and go back and let's play again.
Hi, I'm Dianara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem Area School District.
So does it sound like that's what they're saying? In Beth, I can never spell this word correctly, so let me go back. All right, so let's see. Bethlehem Area School District. So let's go back. Do you agree that that's what she's saying? Bethlehem Area School District? Who agrees based on the research that we've done so far? Does that sound like what she's saying? So let's go back.
Hi, I'm Dianara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem Area School District. Today I'm talking about my experience as a student.
All right, so she said, today I'm talking about my experience. Let's go back. This arrow lets us go back.
Hi, I'm Dianara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem Area School District. Today I'm talking about my experience as a student of color in BAS.
So my experience as a student of color, and bear in mind that based on who you're doing this transcript for, she sounds like an American, so we're not gonna have the color being spelled like how if you're in Jamaica, how we spell color. All right, so I have some people agreeing with me. Yes, yes, it sounds like that was what she's saying. All right, Melissa agrees, Latoya, yes, Kerry, Veronica, Melissa, and Angela and Sandra agree. All right, so Cindy agrees. That's what it sounds like. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so I can even click in here to go back. So let's see. So I'm right here. I'm talking about
school district. Today I'm talking about my experience as a student of color in BASD.
So what did she say after here? I'm talking about my experience as a student of color in what? What did she say? What do you think she said? I'm talking about my experience as a student of color in, what did she say? Let me play it again to see who caught it. Veronica said MBS. You're close, but is it MBS? Angela says BAST. Is it BAST? Latoya says NBA. Greta says MBA. Guys, you're on the right track. But what is the abbreviation? Think about it logically. And that's going to use another skill that we will look on later. You're right with the abbreviation, but what is she saying? What is she abbreviating? Look back at what you have already transcribed. What is she abbreviating? Let me see who's getting it. She says, hi, I'm Dianara. Not all you where you get certificate from. As I said, you're on the right track with the abbreviation, but what has she abbreviated? What has already been transcribed, guys? Look at what's on the screen. It says, hi, I'm Dianara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem area school district. Today I'm talking about my experience as a student of color in what? Guys, no man, the hearing serious. Greta National Basketball Association. Guys, are you hearing what she's saying? Let me play it again. Remember, you know, you're transcribing what's being said. You're not making it up. So Melissa, you are close, but she didn't say that. What did she say? Melissa is close so far. What did she say? So Angela is close, but she did not say that. What did she say? What were her exact words? So Melissa says the abbreviation for the school, which is? SD. That's what she said. BASD. She said it really fast, but because we had transcribed another part of the audio, based on what we heard, we comprehended that this is what she said after, based on our research. So let's listen again.
Hi, I'm Dianara, a student at Freedom High School in Bethlehem Area School District. Today I'm talking about my experience as a student of color in BASD. I lived in Pembroke when I was
younger. So what she said after this now? So I lived in, she said Pembroke, right? Pembroke. Did you hear that? The Pembroke was very clear.
My experience as a student of color in BASD. I lived in Pembroke when I was younger, and then I moved to the township.
She said, I lived in Pembroke when I was younger, and then I moved to the township. All right. What is she saying after that?
And then I moved to the township. I went to Marvine Elementary School.
So which elementary school she said she go now? I went to, so let's back it up.
Talking about my experience as a student of color in BASD. I lived in Pembroke when I was younger, and then I moved to the township. I went to Marvine Elementary School till the end of first grade.
Who heard what elementary school she went to? Who heard that? Marvel? So is there a Marvel element? All right, so Greta says she thinks she heard Marvel. So you know what you need to do, Greta, if you're doing transcription, you're going to go back to Google, and based on what you have researched so far, type in your Marvel. So let's look and see if anything comes up looking like it would be Marvel. All right, so let's look through. Nothing looking like it would be Marvel. So maybe that's not it. We see a Marvel Miller. Let's actually type in Marvel Elementary school. And some people may be saying, so wait, transcription has to do with all of this? Yes, if you want to make sure that you're hearing everything that's being said in the audio, research has to be done. And that's how you would break down the research based on the bits and pieces that you're hearing, and then you put it all together to make sense. So let's look. Do we say anything about Marvel Elementary? What other keyword did we hear that we could use in the search? What else you heard her say? What you said? I lived in? All right, I lived where? So Cindy's saying Marvel too. I lived in Pembroke. So let's look and see what we can find. Pembroke. Let's go back and let's type Pembroke. Now, for those who are wondering, I'm not erasing what's there yet. I'm still trying to pick up on some of the previous keywords that are there. So let me take out the Marvel and do the Pembroke Elementary. All right. So are we seeing anything that can help us there? We see something about Pembroke Elementary School. What else she talked about? The township, remember? So Christine says Marlon. All right, so let's try that. You think it's Marlon? Okay, so let's type in Marlon and see if we get anything. No, nothing there. Nothing about Marlon. Okay, so let's us take that out. Let's take out elementary. Let's try. What did you talk about? The township. She said something about the township. So let's see if that shows us something. So we have the township, Pembroke. Break it down. If you're not getting anywhere with the breakdown, then we can actually listen again to see what it sounds like. So let's listen again. Let's go back. Let's go back and listen one more time.
In high school in Bethlehem Area School District, today I'm talking about my experience as a student of color in BASD. I lived in Pembroke when I was younger, and then I moved to the township. I went to Marvine Elementary School to the end of
We hear something about Mar, right? We know we hear Mar. And we hear something about elementary school. Did it sound like Marlan? Did it sound like Marvel? What is it sounding like? So Latoya says Marva. Marva Elementary School. Marvan. Marvan. I get a lot of Marvans. I hear Marvin. All right, so let's see what else we can search for. So let's put Pembroke by itself. So Pembroke. Elementary school. We're just putting in some different keywords here. Marlat. Marla. We know we're hearing Mar something, right? So let me type in. So I hear Marla. All right, let's say Marla. All right, so Carrie is guessing at this point that it's Miramar. Is it Miramar? Marla. Marvin. You said Marvin. All right, so Melissa is saying Marvin. All right, so Marvin. So let's put back the district part. So what we were saying again, what was it? Bethlehem. All right, so Veronica said, I did some research. All right. So what did you type in as your keywords for your research? Veronica. What did you type in as your keywords? All right, so she said she's heard Veronica search, and she said she heard Marvin Elementary School. All right, so let's type in Marvin. So I'm typing Freedom High School District. Oh, I was supposed to put the Bethlehem, right? Bethlehem. Let me look back on my thing right here. Just copying this part. Cindy got So Cindy, tell them how you got that. The Marvine, because you're actually perfectly correct. How did you get that, Cindy? What did you research? What were your keywords? What were your keywords that you used to research? So you put in Bethlehem District and you put in Pembroke. All right, so she put in Bethlehem District. All right, and you put in the Pembroke. Because those were things that we were hearing. And then what came up when you put that? Let's look through. What came up in your search results? That made you think of Marvine, because it's actually that. But what made you think of that? Yeah, I'm saying what with your search came up with that? Where on your search did you see that it was there? So Veronica said it sent her to a map. So you were sent to a map. So Cindy, where did you see the words Marvine Elementary School so that you could know that that was the school that she was talking about? So you told us that you searched for Bethlehem area. Let me put in the school area district. And we search for Pembroke. So, but she's correct, guys, about the Marvine. Now, I did this yesterday, but right now I'm not remembering what I had typed in to come up with the area. So Cindy says several public schools came up when you typed that in. So you typed in the Bethlehem District, Pembroke, and you saw several areas come up. So it says, what school district is Bethlehem in? We're having all kinds of things right here. What country? Is it a good school district? So I'm not getting the same results that you got, but she's actually right. But the whole point of this, guys, is that you'd break down the different words when you're searching, and based on process of elimination and what it sounds like they are saying, then you'd work out what was being said. So I do have the completed transcript right here where she's saying, hi, I'm Dianara, a student of Freedom High School in Bethlehem area district. Today, I'm talking about my experience as a student of color of BASD. I lived in Pembroke when I was younger, and then I moved to the township. I went to Marvin Elementary School at the end of first grade. Then I went to Governor Wolf for the rest of my elementary school career. All right. So Melissa said she put in Marvin BSAD and you got that. All right, let's try your keyword. So basically, guys, you can put in a variety of keywords and you can come up with the correct answer. All right. So let's look and see. Where did you see that, Melissa? So you got the Marvine. So I'm not getting that on my search, but you know that based on sometimes what you search for, you may get different stuff. But you get the gist. You get the gist of the whole searching, all right, guys? So you would break down what you're hearing in the transcript and do your search. But I just wanted to have a little fun with you guys, just actually showing you the process of how it goes. All right, so Christine is saying Marvine is at the bottom of my previous page. All right, so I don't have that, but so Veronica said it was really fun. So you'll be surprised. This is really how the transcription process goes. You break down what's being said and run with it if you're not hearing clearly. But what I would advise you to do, if you have a transcript doing, do this part after you have transcribed all you can hear. I would do my process is doing this part after, because sometimes it can take some time and you want to make sure that you have the bulk of the transcript done and then you do this after. That's my process, but everybody has a different process. but that's what I tend to do when I'm doing my transcripts. All right, so let's head on back over to the slide presentation. So I hope you like that particular exercise and you learned from it and know that that's what you do when you're doing your research. All right. So that was the file that I had given you. This WeTransfer is valid for 7 days. So if you have not downloaded it as yet, make sure you do so before the 7 days are up. So Cindy liked it as well. And you see that you're able to, research and get the breakdown. It's like what do you call it? Like a scavenger hunt. Like, how do I find what the missing words are? Sometimes through the research, you may not find everything, but you can do so most of the time. So typing skills. The task of transcribing requires one to document all the words in an audio file or conversation. To do this, you need to have the ability to type quickly with accuracy. Typing is a useful skill for any professional since technology is a large part of nearly all industries. Now, typing was a skill I learned all the way back when I was 16 years old in high school. I did not see the need for it then, but know that I'm constantly in the world of technology. It's the best skill I really could have ever learned, and it makes me much more faster and efficient in the tasks that I have to do. Now, can you learn to type at this stage? Of course. So I would suggest that if you want to up your game, learning to type is something that you can explore. So it says you can develop and improve your typing skills through practice, exercises, and classes. It's helpful to learn techniques such as hand placement and memorizing the keyboard. So guys, I really know the majority of the keyboard in my head because I'm a touch typist. It's helpful, yes, all those things. So you can practice transcribing by typing dialogue for your favorite film that you watch. So Veronica knows a bit of it, yes? The home keys are ASDF, JKL, semicolon, all right, in that particular order. Have you ever put your fingers, your index fingers, on the letter F and the letter J on your keyboard? Do it right now for those who are on a computer. There's actually a little nudge, a little raised area on letter F and letter J. Whoever realized that? Did you know that? There's an upraised area there. All right, so it is actually ASDF, JKL semicolon. You have to go in that order. So you're going in the wrong order. So not semicolon. So you're going in order of the index finger to the little finger. All right. So Kerry knew that as well. So what I have here is a fun website that I have used, and I'm going to introduce it to you. So QWERTY, yes, QWERTY is really the name of the keyboard because of those letters that come on the top left-hand side. So it's called the QWERTY keyboard because of that. All right. So here we have this website. Let me share the link in the chat. It's called, well, this link actually is typingtest.com, but we have so many things that we can do. So here you can do the typing tests. We have a typing course that you can go through, and it's also free. You have tricky keys, type rush race, typing games, etc. So if you're going to be doing a typing test, let me show you what the 1-minute typing test looks like. So you click the drop down arrow here. Now my nails need to be cut, so I'm not going to be moving as fast, but let me show you. So if you wanted to test how fast you are with typing, you can do this 1-minute typing test. And let's do start test and let's see what this is all about. So I'm going to do it fast. All right, so it's going to come up with what I'm to do. So I'm going to type in what it is saying. All right, so despite being a bear, black bears are known. So you just type, just type. You don't have to press enter or anything. Just continue typing. When you see one, you might be able to scare them off. Oops, I spelled them wrong. Them off by being loud and looking as threatening as possible. Full stop. Do not try this on purpose, though. Exclamation sign. While Pokemon is the can't spell. Ooh, time is going, guys. I have 9 seconds. Growth. I messed up, guys. I got nervous. Media franchise of whoops. I'm sure that's like 40 something. I knew it, 40 something. When I was practicing it earlier to show you, I was 52, so I got nervous. But that's not what I like to do, you know. I like to do, let me show you what I like to do. Okay, so Latoya says, try 37 words per minute. That's good, that you're above average. So do not try this on purpose though. All right. I'm not sure what you're saying, Veronica. Okay, this is the one I like, the typing games. I like to play games. So I like the typing games one, because what you're actually doing, there's a race, type rush, and you are actually trying to win the race by typing. So let me just show you this one quickly. All right, so I'm gonna do the car one. So I'm the one right here. Where am I? Oh, start the race. I'm here, right? Setting it up, ready. All right, go. Oops, start a little fun to learn to type. All right, so check out that website. Here it is, me. It said I did 62 words per minute right there, because you know the adrenaline, I'm trying to win the race, right? And it says my accuracy was 85%, because you saw that I got some, you know, really bad words. But trust me, guys, try out this site. I really love it, and it will let you learn how to type. Okay, so Kerry is sharing one with us. I learned to touch type by typingclub.com. Very good site too. I was able to learn very quickly within a few weeks. Yes, guys. Thank you, Kerry, for that. So typingclub.com is another one. And guys, you may say, oh, you really can't, how long is it going to take you? You can learn within a month or as often as you practice. It doesn't take as long as you think. And there are typing practice exercises that you can do here. So check this one out. And you can also check out the one that Kerry suggested, typingclub.com. So let's look and see what that looks like. Typingclub.com. And you can check it out. All right. So it says learn touch typing for free, and it has get started. And there are a lot of different areas here that you can practice. So it practice by the keys and home keys, all these sorts of stuff that you can look through and progress. So you notice you have to unlock these areas here. So you have to start and progress. So there's a progression of what you're doing. All right. So thank you, Kerry, for sharing this site. So check it out, guys, when you get the chance to do so. So knowing how to touch type is always good when it comes to transcription. All right. Now, the other one we want to look at, the other skill, is communication. The ability to speak and write improves your language skills and contributes to having a higher comprehension level. Being able to communicate, meaning through written speech, is essential. In other words, being able to write, being able to communicate through writing is very essential. In order to transcribe audio, it is useful to be an excellent communicator. This can help anticipate speech and helps with speed and accuracy when transcribing. So these things are very important when you're going through. And it tells you that you can develop good communication skills by observing good communicators, taking public speaking courses, practice writing and speaking with others, and just going a part of workshops to develop your skills. Now, computer skills definitely can help you where transcription is concerned. Computer skills are abilities to understand computer functions and the use of technology to perform these tasks. And transcription requires only basic computer skills. And so you need to know how to use your Office tools that you may be using, like your Microsoft Word. If you're using the Google Suite, it would be Google Docs. That's what most persons use for transcription. And you may be also required to know how to use social media platforms, because sometimes the files that you're transcribing are actually on these platforms. So familiarity with technology is useful because transcription also often involves using audio devices, video, and a device and application to document speech. All right, so they're just saying you need to know the tools that you need to use for transcription. So we're not going to talk about transcription tools in this session, but we're just talking about skills that you can use to hone your transcription. Now, just to backtrack a bit, the typing section and the computer section, I actually have 2 PDF files that I'm only sharing with persons who came on live to this session. So if you want a copy of these 2 PDF files, one is learning how to position yourself properly when you're doing typing, and the other one is the popular keyboard shortcuts that you can use. Very useful, saves time. You can send an email to info@acitwithava.com. So let me just put my email. This is only for those who are on live. So send me an email right now if you want me to mail you those 2 PDFs. So info@acit, I'm typing it, acitwithava.com. info@acitwithava.com. Send me an email right now to get these 2 PDF files after the session. Okay, only those who are on live will get this particular email. Okay, so computer skills definitely important when it comes to transcription. So you can develop your computer skills by taking classes. You have online courses to learn the specifications of using the different applications, and you can practice at home on your computer. Now, I actually have, and I don't know if persons had followed this series. I did a series on office.com. Now, for those who don't know, Microsoft Office is actually online for free. You get Office for Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. The features are there for free. The majority of them are there. And I did a series where it was about 40 something videos, and I have a PDF of steps how to perform certain tasks in Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So if anybody is interested in that course, you can send me an email to the same info@acitwithava.com for more details for the cost, etc. So computer skills, definitely important. All right, Cindy, I see that you shared a link. Tell me what the link is about before I click on it. All right, so, oh, it's another typing thing. Okay, so guys, look at the link Cindy shared. It's another typing area that I can teach you to type. Thank you very much, Cindy. So multitasking, you see when you're transcribing, what you saw us doing, we were researching, we were listening, we were editing, we were going back and forth. Were we not multitasking, guys? Look how many things we're doing. We're researching in a google.com. We're listening, we went back, we typed, we edited, we changed. That's what transcription is all about. So being able to perform multiple tasks simultaneously can be very useful when transcribing, because you can listen, type, and edit all at once. And of course, what were we doing as well? Researching. So multitasking may also help to improve the speed at which you type out your transcription. And for those who have gone through the transcription process, you'll realize that multitasking also involves, while you're doing some other things, you're actually maybe converting the file that you received to another file format. That's a part of it as well. Now, my fellow transcribers, you know about the time management. Very important skill to have when you are transcribing. This is the ability to plan and organize your task in order to complete them in a suitable amount of time. This may help promote productivity and help you meet deadlines. Transcribing is often a solitary assignment. We know about sitting down by ourselves for long hours doing the transcript. Who can agree? You're sitting down and you're saying, oh my gosh, all this time doing the transcript. Now, what I do suggest is timing yourself when you're doing certain length files. So you have an idea, okay, it takes me 2 hours to do a 30-minute transcript, or 4 hours to do a 1-hour transcript. Time yourself to get an idea of how long it could take you. And bear in mind, this is if the audio is clear. Now, where time is concerned, some kind of transcripts take longer, even if not all 30-minute files are created equal. So you may have a difficult audio 30-minute file as opposed to a clear audio 30-minute file. They will be different in how long it will take you to do. But managing your time is very important when you are doing so. So you can develop Habits to improve your time management skills by creating a to-do list, prioritizing your tasks, and keep your work area organized, and keep orderly records of your transcript. So it's good to have all your audio that you're using together, your final transcripts in a particular folder, so you can keep track of them and find them when you need to do so. Many transcribers, unfortunately, neglect this particular skill or may not have it, attention to detail. Now, sometimes when you're transcribing, you need to make sure that there's consistency in your transcript, consistency of spelling, consistency of layout, just consistency on a whole. So you can't, in the top part of the transcript, be spelling a word one way, and then in the middle you spell it differently. At the end, it has a different spelling. The name is evolving and it's the same name. All right, so you have to be paying attention to detail. So this uses other skills such as keen observation and analytic skills, review and access information or an environment. This is very important in the transcription process and helps ensure that no errors are in your transcript. Attention to detail skills may help you to deliver high quality work consistently. And that's what you want to do as a transcriber, deliver high quality work consistently. So you can improve your attention to detail by developing related skills such as observation. This includes listening and taking time to notice details around your surroundings or in your surroundings. I found that when I started to transcribe, I've been transcribing now for 5 years. And when I started to transcribe, I started to pick up on things. It's like my listening skills were heightened. I noticed things that I was not noticing before I started to do this particular task. So you'll find that you will develop or your certain senses will be heightened due to doing a lot of transcripts. It's like you're practicing or honing your listening skills. Who has found that? For my fellow transcribers, have you found that? That you're hearing things that you never heard before? And even when you're listening to certain videos, you're watching a movie, you're hearing things way in the background, maybe like a siren, or you hear somebody cough. You know, it might sound funny, but yeah, your listening skill is so in tune based on the practice that you're finding that you're hearing these things more and more. All right. So attention to detail is very important. Being flexible. Sometimes the transcription process doesn't go the way you want it. Note that there are tools that allow you to be able to transcribe a little faster. It may type up some of the transcript for you. We call those tools machine transcript tools. They give you part of the transcript pre-typed. Now, suppose you had a plan to use a particular tool to do something and it doesn't work. You have to be flexible and try something else. So don't just throw your hands up and say, all is lost, the world is ending. You have to find another way to get things done. You may have technical issues. The computer may decide that it's not going to be functioning how it should at that point in time. The video file or the audio file program is not working properly. Anything can happen during your transcription process, and you have to be having the flexibility to troubleshoot and resolve your problems. Remember in last week's session, when I looked at common computer problems and how to solve them, you'll find that sometimes these computer problems are plaguing you when you have your transcript to do. So bear that in mind, that you can develop skills of flexibility by improving your ability to solve problems and practice patience. Sometimes when we get flustered, we're not thinking clearly, and that makes matters worse. So being open to changes is an important aspect of flexibility. Now, I find this one definitely a difficult skill depending on personality type. Motivation. Sometimes when you're going through a task of transcription, as it says here, transcribing can be a repetitive process. So the ability to encourage yourself and remain positive is often useful. Who has ever been doing a transcript and you just feel like, oh my gosh, I can't finish, I'll never end. This is a never-ending task. Who has that happened to? Like you have to tell yourself, I can do it. Yes, others have done the transcription. Why can't I? Yes, this 30-minute file will end. there is an end in sight. It's like when you get to the last 5 minutes, you say, oh my gosh, the end is in sight. Because when you start and when 5 minutes pass, 10 minutes, you say, oh my gosh, just 10 minutes. And I've been doing this for 4 hours. You know, I'm exaggerating, but this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, you spend so long doing the file and you're saying, all I've done is 5 minutes. So Fallon says every time. Sandra says yes. Angela says yes. Yes as well. I have what? Virtual assistant bosses here. You know, you say yes as well. So the last part always runs up my anxiety. Yes. Kerry says, oh, yes, can't wait for it to complete. So guys, you really, oh, Mitzi, okay, hi, Mitzi. You really have to give yourself a pep talk. It may sound funny, but talk to yourself. Ava, you can do it. It will soon be over. And because I know I've timed myself where transcription is concerned, I know that, okay, if let's say, for example, I'm at 5 minutes, I know that it may take me 15 minutes to do a 5 minutes or 30 minutes to do 5 minutes. So I really know that, okay, I only have 30 minutes left. I can do it. I can make it through. I can, after I finish this 30 minutes, I can go have a sandwich or, you know, something. Like, you have to just motivate yourself. Okay, I'm going to do 1 hour and then walk around or eat some ice cream or eat a piece of chocolate or take a break. You just have to pep yourself up because it can be a daunting task. Some persons just, unfortunately, just give up. You really have to have a mindset, a headspace to tackle transcription. It's not for everyone. Can it be done? Yes. Do you have to like it to do it? No. I hate transcription. I hate it. Yes, I said it. I hate it. But can I do it very well? Of course I can. Do I have to love it to do it? No, I don't. You know, so it's not for the faint of heart. So Sandra says, I lift my hat to those who do it. Yes, it's very difficult. And I lift my hat to those who do it on a day-to-day, regular basis. Hats off to you because it's really a marathon. But guess what? The more you do it, the easier it gets. So Mitzi says, the first transcription I did was 5 hours. And when I did it, when I was almost through, I lost the file. Oh my gosh, I bawled and I wasn't, because I wasn't using the computer at the time. Yes. Guys, things can happen. You can lose your file, something is deleted, all these kind of things can happen. But guess what? It shouldn't happen to you more than once, because what happens is that learn to back up your files. Do all you can to save yourself time. So Carrie, guys, Carrie's the odd one out. Carrie says she loves it. Carrie, hats off to you. But you do have people who find it fun because everybody is different. Some people find it fun and exciting and you're learning new things. I've learned so many things just by transcribing because you're with the file and you're intimate with it and you're listening in detail. You're even hearing the person's voice deep in your head because you're trying to hear every word. You're learning so much. So it is something that you can use to learn so much about different things, and it's just not for everybody. All right, so Fallon says a little tip: copy and paste every few minutes when using O-Transcribe. Definitely. Thank you, Fallon. Definitely copy and cut and paste when you're using O-Transcribe. And I would say to make sure that the document you're copying and pasting to, if it's a Google Doc, we know that Google automatically saves. But if it's a Microsoft Word document, make sure that you save from time to time. All right, so we see some business going on here in the comments. Okay, so Kerry, there's a message for you. All right, so Mitzi hates O-Transcribe. It's always giving issues. All right, so where O-Transcribe is concerned, you have to make sure that from time to time you clear out your cache. You know, them always talking about this cache area. Clear it out as well. All right. So motivation. So you can develop motivational skills by reducing your stress, distractions, or inhibitors. Also use affirmations to motivate yourself. You can also find a role model and reflect often on your successes to help encourage you. All right. So just pep yourself up, hype yourself up, and make sure that you get things done where the transcript is concerned. Comprehension. Now that's what I was talking about when I said we did a bit of comprehension when we're doing the sample transcript a while ago. Remember, we had the abbreviation in the beginning of the transcript. So we were to comprehend and reason out that that's what the person had said later on. They were saying the abbreviation, not an actual word. So because you're so focused on maybe thinking of an actual word, you may not have realized that an abbreviation was being said. So comprehension is the ability to understand and interpret meaning from the information you have heard or read. This is an essential skill for transcription because it aids in ensuring accuracy. Being able to comprehend others' speech is also valuable in improving your own communication skills. When you have a high level of comprehension, you understand others well, and you can also respond thoughtfully to them. To improve your comprehension skills, it's useful to read and think critically about the information you are consuming. Learning how to use context clues and improving your vocabulary can also improve your ability to comprehend information. All right. So if in case you didn't notice, we have actually gone through 12 skills that are needed where transcription is concerned. So for those who are transcribers, do you think, based on your experience, do you think that these are skills that you would need for the transcription process? What do you think? Do you agree? Give me a 3. Do you agree that these are skills that you need based on what you have been doing with transcription so far? Do these seem like skills that you need? Were you even using all of these skills? Were you using the research skills? Were you comprehending based on what you were hearing and reasoning out what was being said in other parts of the transcript? Now, we're not saying to change what is being said, but we're saying to use what you have deciphered earlier to work out what is said later. So you have to listen to your audio or your video file with meaning. You can't just be writing a random word. Like the person said, today is Sunday. You just said, today is Sunday. You're not connecting the 3 words together. You have to be connecting what is being said. All right. So you have to be comprehending, even if the topic is not one that you're interested in or one that you understand, you have to try to make some sense of what is being said based on what you're hearing in the audio or the video file. So remember, as I was saying earlier, that if you want files, PDF file, as I was telling you, let me show you what it actually is. Let me go back to share my screen. I stopped by accident, so let me share it. So let's look at what I was telling you about, that only the persons who are on live will get access to this right now. So there are 2 PDF files if you want me to email it to you. So this one is popular keyboard shortcuts that you can use to save you time. So I'll email this PDF to you. And then there's a learn the proper typing position. So it tells you about the whole ASDF, KL, semicolon, touch typing, etc. Just a short PDF about how you can just make sure that you're positioning yourself properly when you're doing your typing. So as I said, you are going to email me at info@aceitwithava.com. So info@aceitwithava.com. All right, info@aceitwithava.com. If you want to get me, if you want me to email you these 2 files, as well as if you have not registered to get the email of the replay itself, if you're not one of those many who registered earlier on last year when I started ACE Weekly, you can send me an email as well, letting me know that you want the replay by just saying replay. If you get the replay weekly, this is not for you. If you want these 2 documents to be sent to you after this session, definitely email me. That's only the persons who are on live. So if I don't get the email today, then if I get it after, then those persons would not get it because I'm not sure if you're on live or not. So only the persons who are on live today. So Veronica, send me the email. Send me the email. All right. So info@aceitwithava.com. That's where you're going to send it to. Let me type it again. info@aceitwithava.com. That's where you're going to send your email for those who want the copy of that were here live. All right. So let me just wrap up the session. So that's basically your 12 skills that you need to know to be a pro transcriber. They're not difficult skills, and these are skills that are going to help you to improve your transcription process. So I have a question here before I wrap up. So how does Otter.ai compare transcriptions? When you say how does it compare transcriptions, are you asking how Otter.ai works in comparison to other transcription tools? Christine, let me know. So for those who don't know, Otter.ai is a transcription tool that allows you to get what we call a machine transcript. So remember, this session wasn't to speak about tools that you use for transcription. That's why I wasn't mentioning those particular tools. We did look a little bit at otranscribe.com, which is a common tool that persons use. I definitely think that Otter.ai is a good transcription tool that, if I compare it to other transcription tools, I think it is very accurate when it gives this machine transcript. So if you use that tool, definitely it's one that assists you. Remember that all the tools have their limitations. Yes, I do think that it's better than Temi. All tools have their limitations. So every tool, you have to proofread whatever is being received from the particular tool. You can't just get what is there and just accept it. All right. So I like Otter.ai, and I think that it's where accuracy is concerned, it's very good where accuracy is concerned. All right. So Christine, let me know what you were asking, if I've answered your question. Let me know. All right. So right interpretation of my incomplete question. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so guys, thank you so much for joining me on this session. Remember, if you want the copy of the 2 PDF files, email me at info@acitwithava.com. That's the email that I'll be using from now on. So I used to say acitwithava@gmail.com. I'm using info@acitwithava.com. I've had that email for a while and I haven't been using it, but I'm going to start using it from now on. If you have any questions, info@acitwithava.com. Now, to close off, I just wanted to make a special announcement for my March Madness offer. Now, for those who don't know, I do have a membership program that anyone can join at varying levels of your online freelancing journey. It started in January and we're going strong. When I get to a certain number of members, it's going to be closed forever and ever unless someone drops out. So right now I'm still accepting members to the membership program. And for the month of March only, my March Madness offer is that you can have, we're going to have a 2-for-1. What do I mean? Let's say you're interested in joining the membership. If you join with a friend or a family member, you both get in March only at the $3,000. Yes, it's $3,000. I can't even talk. It's so mad. It's $3,000 for both of you just for the month of March. Obviously, moving on into April and other months, then it would be $3,000 per person. All right. So let me see. Cindy, what's the first PDF file about again? The first PDF file is about the common computer shortcuts that you can use to save time. And the second one is all about typing, position, and how to position your fingers on the home keys, as people are telling us, ASDF and JKL semicolon. So anybody who is interested in joining my membership, same info@acitwithava.com. You can send for any messages or any questions. So the March Madness deal, 2-for-1, get it while it lasts, only for the month of March. You or a friend can join just for $3,000, but for the other months that come, it would be $3,000 per person. It's a monthly membership, so it's $3,000 per month. All right. So Veronica, you can email me at I'll forget it, info@acitwithava.com for more information. All right. So guys, that's it for tonight. I hope you found the session helpful. Remember to check out my YouTube channel if you have not subscribed or watch the videos there as yet. For those who are watching me live now on YouTube, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed as yet, and share this video with anyone that you think will benefit from this session. Comment any questions that you have, and also let me know what you do for your transcription process. Are you following these 12 essential skills that are needed to be a pro transcriber? All right. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for the support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. So info@acitwithava.com. Hopefully I can try to remember that, because yeah, I'm mixing up. But if you remember the other one, acitwithava@gmail.com, I still get that, but I'm just trying to have everything in the info@acitwithava.com.